Hey, it's James Nicholson, and in this video, I'm going to tell you all about what the Chancel Repair Liability means. What does it mean for you as someone potentially purchasing a property? Well, this channel, just before we jump into that, is to document my property journey. So if you're looking to invest in property, make money, or just want to see the journey of this, I'm in the process of buying multiple properties this year for my daughters and for myself as investments. And so do join us on the journey, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell, because we've got so much to cover and you're really going to learn some good stuff, or you're just going to be very, very entertained along the way. Now, Chancel Repair Liability is something I'd never heard of, if I'm totally honest. And so sometimes you're not going to know everything and things are going to come up, and experience is a way that you're going to learn. Now, what is the Chancel Repair Liability? Well, the Chancel is part of a church, from what I've made out. And the auction property that I'm buying at the moment up in Doncaster falls in the boundaries of a church that means that historically, way back under Henry VIII's rule, that the houses in that area were liable for any repairs needed to the church. Now, this is not something that's that uncommon. There are 5,000 parishes in the UK that have this, meaning houses in the surrounding area could be liable if, for example, the church needed a new roof, new windows, or some major works done to it. Now, often that's not even called on. Churches might do fundraisers or something like that, but sometimes some parishes do proceed and do get local people to pay. Now, there is a story that I read in the research of this, of a couple that tried to battle this in court. Took them 18 years to battle this, cost them £250,000 in legal fees, and they then had to pay another £250,000 in damages on top, meaning they paid £500,000 to try and stop this, and still failed. And so when you have some sort of chancel area, you need to take it very, very seriously. And this should be something that's brought up at the time of purchase by your conveyancing solicitors. Now, yesterday I talked about the fact that they've been really difficult to work with, but today they did highlight this for me. Now, if you're a buyer, it's not that big a deal because you can just get insurance on this, right? So the insurance for me to be covered pretty much indefinitely, or at least for 10 years, is 50 quid, right? 50 quid. So if there are any chancel payment requests, I've paid my 50 quid and the insurance company are going to pay for that, which is great for that peace of mind. Now, I would need that as well because a mortgage company wouldn't want that potential liability. Now, I'm buying cash in this instance, but if not, then that would be a consideration that the mortgage company would look at, and they'd say, look, there's a risk here. We don't want that risk. You better take out some insurance or we're not going to give you your mortgage, right? And so actually, it's not a big deal. It's £5 a year for this insurance. Obviously, I'd rather not pay it. £50, we could have a nice meal. But it's just something to be aware of, right? And so the rules changed in 2008. A lot of parishes sent out letters to people that potentially might have to pay chancel fees in 2013, from what I'm reading. It's probably more a difficulty if you own a property. And so if you already own a property and you're not a buyer, might not be brought up to you. Maybe you've owned the property for a long time and didn't realise it's there. So I can't comment on whether you guys can get insurance if you already own the property. But as a buyer, it's not something to overthink, right? There's insurance out there. It's 50 quid. Just go and get it sorted. And I think also it could be a good thing for investors because maybe it puts somebody else off, right? And so you get the property at a better price. And so that could be a good thing as well. Now, also a consideration that they were talking about is, could it be a problem when you go to sell it? So if you were going to sell and you had this option, I don't think so. I think as long as you make people aware of it, which their conveyancing solicitors are going to do anyway, then I don't think it's going to stop us out. And look, at the end of the day, if someone was going to buy my property and they said, I'm going to pull out because of that, I'd just say, I'll pay the insurance for you. It's 50 quid. Go and get some insurance and you're covered. So I just don't think it's a stumbling block. I think it could be very scary if people see all of this stuff. But I just want to cover this video. I don't think we'll get lots of views on this. I think all the views will be people that are buying and it's come up on the surveyor's report. But look, it's quite interesting. It's something I haven't come across. Now I know. So going forward, I won't have any issues with it. So if you found this video useful at all, comment below, let me know your thoughts on Chancel. Do you think it's something that's just crazy and should be abolished? I do. But let me know what you think. Do like this video because that helps me a lot with YouTube, guys. Really appreciate every like on here. And subscribe and join us on this journey. Join us on this journey of financial freedom where I'm making my 21-year-old daughter a property investor. I'm making my 1-year-old daughter a property investor as well. And that's going to be more interesting because she's 1. She can't buy property. So how are we going to get around that? Well, we'll teach you on this channel on how we can do that as well. So I'm James Nicholson. Stay blessed and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Bye for now.